transcendent freedom he ascended masters on July 4, 1936. Gave their third specific decree for the complete freedom of mankind and the earth. This forms the triple activity of their application of the great cosmic law, and before it no discord nor sinister activity can longer exist. This mighty decree is the freedom all mankind has been waiting for throughout the centuries, in order to open the way for the great cosmic law to act with sufficient intensity and speed, to give the complete release that must take place, if humanity is to survive. It is the one thing that the whole earth needs most, today, in order to let the mighty I Am presence have the greatest expansion of its light and love. Every human being on earth is benefited tremendously, whenever this decree is issued for anyone or the whole of mankind. This mighty decree, which the ascended masters sent forth on the 4th of July, for all mankind and the earth, released the first wave of its action that moment, through every human body and the planet itself. Now, it becomes the duty and privilege of everyone, who understands the law and call to the Fr mighty I Am presence, to issue that same decree at least 3 times daily, until it sweeps forward with such intensity, that it clears away all obstruction to the full expansion of the light, within both the individual and the very earth itself. This mighty decree is the ascended master's command to legions of angels of the blue lightning of divine love, to descend into the physical octave of earth, to seize, bind and remove from within and around every human being, the earth and its atmosphere, all entities, carnate and discarnate. If they be carnate, to annihilate them, their cause and effect from existence forever. If they be discarnate, to take them to the ascended masters and offer them this eternal instruction of the Almighty I Am presence. If the discarnate ones accept it, they are taken to the schools of the ascended masters, shown how to apply this law and make their ascension. If they will not accept this glorious light and make conscious effort for their freedom, they are held bound until they willingly, gladly and lovingly accept this eternal law of life and fulfill their own decree to make the ascension. When we refer to entities of human creation, we mean those thought forms created by human beings, through discordant destructive thoughts and words and energized by inharmonious feelings. These exist within the aura of every human being, until he gives the command to his own mighty I Am presence to consume them. The use of the violet consuming flame, as Saint Germain has instructed, if used daily with intensity, will dissolve and purify all these humanly created entities, but when the student calls through his or less than 7 AM presence direct to the angels of the blue lightning of divine love, he can have the assistance of these blessed beings, whose duty it is to render help that the ascended masters decree, for all who make earnest call to complete their victory quickly. This does not relieve the students of the necessity of using the violet flame, as they have been taught, but it enables the flame to have much more instantaneous action and to release more power. When we refer to the discarnate entities, we mean those human beings who have passed through so-called death. If they do not call to God with enough intensity, to draw the attention of an ascended master to cut them free from earth and take them to the octave of light, or if I Am presence to which they can call and be taken out of the atmosphere of earth, their main in the homes, localities, and atmosphere in which they lived, while in the physical body. These are known as earthbound entities, for they do not know HTJW to make a call that will bring the assistance of the ascended masters, to cut them free from their earthly appetites and conduct them safely through the earth's atmosphere, to the octave of light. In that octave, they can be taught the great truth and law of the mighty I Am presence. Then, through their own conscious effort, they can reach up for the assistance that gives them the eternal victory of the ascension. The atmosphere of earth is loaded with these discarnate entities. They are good, bad, and indifferent, some very vicious. They remain in the aura of the earth because their desires, being principally physical appetites, bind them here for further gratification. Why? Because they are still held within the emotional body, which does not dissolve at so-called physical death, unless cremation takes place. If this is done, they are freed to go through to the octave of light for assistance. Not knowing how to get out of the earth's atmosphere, they attach themselves to those with whom they associated in the physical life, or to those whom they greatly disliked, many times to gratify their feelings of revenge, and even move about in the same houses or localities. If they have had vicious desires, while in the physical embodiment, they can still gratify those desires from the psychic plane, through the body. Is what accounts for all drink, smoke and sex obsessions, insanity, cruelty, viciousness, intense anger, jealousy, suicide, continued discord and destructive activity of every kind. Mankind and students in general do not understand this condition in the slightest degree and hence, do not make the necessary effort to free themselves from these destructive and disturbing conditions that cause all the tragedy on earth. However, the great law of life will not operate itself, and until individuals get the ascended master's understanding of its operation, there is very little permanent help for humanity, until people can be taught the law. If all discarnate entities could be taken from the atmosphere of Earth, 97% of all mankind's troubles would be solved, letting peace and harmony reign throughout the world, to the great joy and freedom of the whole human race. And also to the blessing and freedom of the discarnates themselves. Students and all readers should remember that when we call angels of the blue lightning of divine love to seize, bind and annihilate all humanly created entities, no one can annihilate God, which the life in every human being is. Neither can divine love annihilate a human body. Therefore, the only things that can be annihilated are the discordant and vicious thought forms which hang around the bodies of most individuals. These are the causes of all chronic diseases and limitations of every description. Such creations should be annihilated, and the sooner the better for themselves and the whole earth. Please read. Lightning of divine love never annihilate human bodies. The entities and the discord do that. So, there is nothing to fear in using this application of the law and the call to the presence. People often say, but my loved one that has passed on was kind and I loved him very much. That is no doubt true, but do you realize how much energy is absorbed from your world by such a discarnate being, energy that your mighty I Am presence gives you, with which you should expand its perfection? You are not helping the disembodied one by letting him hang around in your aura and absorb your energy, when he should be learning the laws of life and of the universe, working to free himself and gain his ascension. You are doing such an injustice by enabling him to stay in the earth's atmosphere, instead of calling your mighty I Am presence into action to take him through to the octave of light where he can be taught how to gain his eternal victory of the ascension. In regard to discarnate entities, they are responsible for all insanity, vicious appetites, vicious actions, crime, and contagious diseases. Many times, one's sense of physical exhaustion is due to nothing else but a discarnate entity in one's own aura, following him around and absorbing the energy from his physical body, in order to survive. No end of business deals are blocked for years, by some discarnate entity who does not want someone to succeed because of vicious feelings of revenge, resentment, jealousy, and all the other unkind feelings, with which human beings are. In one case, a man, who had not been able to get a position for 5 years, was told to dismiss all the entities in his body and world. He did as instructed with his wife's assistance, and within 24 hours obtained a most remarkable position, which he still holds. That was months ago. This is the trouble in thousands of cases where people do not seem able to get work. If the students of the I Am and all readers of these books will do, as the Ascended Masters have requested, in using these decrees, their own blessings will transcend their fondest dreams, and the assistance to mankind and the earth will surpass all description. UW will have instantaneous relief from distressing conditions that have bound you for a lifetime or perhaps many lifetimes. Discarnate entities are also responsible for all mental and health conditions of long standings, always. He did as instructed with his wife's assistance, and within 24 hours obtained a most remarkable. UW will have instantaneous relief from distressing conditions that have bound you for a lifetime or perhaps many lifetimes. Discarnate entities are also responsible for all mental and health conditions of long standings, always. To deny that these entities exist is but ignorance of the forces that are acting and which every human being is struggling under today, whether he be good or bad, wise or ignorant. To deny a thing does not remove it from existence or having an effect in the physical experience of individuals and the earth. Entities, carnate and discarnate, do exist on this earth, but through his call to the mighty I Am presence and the Ascended Masters, every individual has complete mastery over them and his world. He can clear all his activities from any such interference, if he will make this call as the Ascended Masters have requested the I Am students to do. They did this for the entire earth and mankind on the 4th of July. Such is our opportunity to serve. It is our privilege, and ourselves have complete mastery over all in our own individual lives and activities. Aside from the knowledge of the mighty I Am presence and the use of the violet consuming flame, this call to seize, bind and remove all entities from the earth is the most transcendent help and blessing that can come to every person in the world. And will bring the earth into divine order through divine love, quicker than any other one thing that can be done in the outer life today. We plead with all the I am students and individuals everywhere to use the following affirmations at least 3 times a day. To keep your beings and worlds free from all entities, carnate and discarnate. Through this application, you will not only move forward in a world of perfect tie-in of your own, but you will help to lift the load that weighs heavily upon all mankind and the earth itself. For even nature suffers from these entities and will not too long tolerate their interference with her perfection. They are the causes of all cataclysmic activity, which is but the recoil of their own viciousness, returning upon them and consuming them from the atmosphere of earth, that mankind may have a fresh start to make further effort toward perfection. By the time the students have used these affirmations for a few weeks, they will find their affairs moving forward with great speed and no further interference from intermittent discord that constantly distresses them. With the intense call to the Mighty I Am presence, and ascended masters to send angels of the blue. Move all entities from humanity, the earth and its atmosphere, the cosmic light from the great central sun will blaze with such intensity, that perfection unbelievable will come forth, almost instantly, at the call of the students of the I Am. This is the instantaneous action we want you all to experience, and so you shall. The affirmations. 1. For groups, mankind, and the earth. Mighty I Am presence, bless Saint Germain, Jesus, Great Divine Director, Mighty Astrea, Archangel Michael, Oromasis, and the Lords of the Flame from Venus. Send thy angel Devis of the blue lightning of divine love to seize, bind and remove from within and around all entities, carnate and discarnate, forever. If they be of human creation, annihilate them, their cause and effect this instant. If they be discarnate, take them out of the atmosphere of earth and to the feet of the ascended masters, offer them Saint Germain's instruction of the Mighty I Am presence, and if they will accept it, teach them this mighty truth and prepare them, so they can make their ascension in the next embodiment. If they will not accept it, keep them bound, until they willingly and gladly serve the Mighty I Am presence, and ascended masters in eternal love. This which we decree now, we command for all students of the I Am, America, mankind and the world. We thank thee, great host of light. It is done this instant, and we praise thee, thou precious I Am presence, forever. 2. Follow always WITH this, Mighty I Am presence, great host of ascended masters, mighty legion of light and great angelic host. Take charge and possession of the earth, its people and all activity. Charge forth the mighty perfection of the I Am presence, and hold its active dominion here for ever. 3. To clear the way for quick accomplishment. Mighty I Am presence. Send your angel Devis of the blue lining of divine love before me. Sweep from my pathway all entities, carnate and discarnate. Keep it and all my activity free from them forever. If it be necessary, send legions of angels to produce your perfection in me and my world and hold it forever. 4. For quick individual action, Mighty I Am presence, and great host of ascended masters. Take quick command here. Seize, bind and remove instantly all entities within and around. Take possession of all and produce your perfection here forever. It is finished and I thank you. Affirmation. Stand aside, thou powerless human creation, while I pass into the blazing light and eternal glory of my Mighty I Am presence, forever free in the ascended Master's almighty perfection of being, an everlasting sun of limitless shadowless light. Evening Invocation. Shrine Auditorium, Los Angeles, California, July 4, 1936. Given by Mr. G. W. Ballard. HOU Universal, Mighty I Am presence. Hold America, the jewel within thy heart, in thy wondrous embrace of light. Clothe America in the glory of thy light. Govern her directly and through mankind, by thy mighty directing intelligence. Take command of all official places. Take command of the industries of America. Take command of the monetary activity, and glorify all with thy mighty directing intelligence, with thy mighty governing presence, and fill all official places with those whom thou canst direct, who are strong enough to stand with thee, filled with thy courage and strength, dauntless before the face of humanity, ready to obey thy slightest direction. thus enabling the great perfection already planned to come quickly into action for the blessing of mankind. On this day and henceforth see, O mighty universal I Am presence, that we enter into thy eternal freedom of the law of God, that was established for the freedom of mankind in all their physical activity. Transcendent and glorified was that mighty activity 160 years ago, and fill this period with the complete eternal freedom for all mankind, thus enabling them to know their mighty I Am presence so vividly, so real, so tangible, that they may call it into action to enable them to make their ascension and to have the eternal freedom of the universe. We call the fullness of that mighty activity to take command, govern America, and fill the world with the glory of its fullness, unto the perfect tie-in of those who serve the light and even for those who do not. Again, I ask that every force on the face of the earth that does not serve the light be bound and held inactive, until all serve the light, whether they be carnate or discarnate, it matters not. O mighty power of the divine police PF, the universe, seize all destructive activities and bind them into the service of the light. We make the call for all the earth, and we have the authority. Thank you, great and blessed Oromasis, Prince of the fiery element.